Well, one name is missing from the Everton team sheet, but evermore it seems. No Wayne Rooney. The number 18 shirt will be vacant for the foreseeable future. The structure of the team is pretty much unchanged. Gary Naismith, who was sent off against Crystal Palace, is replaced by Alessandro Pastoni. Kevin Campbell leads the attack, 1 goal away from a century in top-flight football. Well, unbeaten West Brom have a formula, and they're sticking to the style that's brought them 3 successive 1-1 draws. Unfortunately, Jeff Horsfield's hamstring hasn't responded to swimming therapy, so Scott Dobie deputises alongside Carnu in attack. So maybe the post-Rooney era kicks off. Wayne Rooney wasn't even thought about by his parents the last time that West Bromwich Albion won here back in 1979. Maybe the distraction has helped the Everton players prepare for the game, and maybe it's more of a team spirit for David Moyes rather than all of the focus being on one very talented teenager. It's up and at him from the Merseysiders. Russell Holt taking control, the man who was blamed for the goal against Tottenham Hotspur.
But that was just what Russell Holt wanted there, Rob. Long throw into the box, so you can come through all the players, take the ball off the top of his defender's heads and calm the situation and put West Bromwich Albion on the attack.
Nigel Spackman, we use the term 6 points, but this is a crucial game for two teams, almost a cup tie early in the season, because they have to try and edge above each other in the relegation zone.
Yes, I think the pressure's more on Everton than it is West Bromwich Albion at the moment. Rob, being at home, you know, you're expected to get 3 points, you know, when you're an established Premiership side like Everton are, although in the last 3 or 4 years they've been at the wrong end of the table fighting to avoid relegation, maybe in the last 2 or 3 games of the season. So really they need to pick their game up here today, because their last home game against Arsenal didn't go their way, but I'm sure that there'll be a lot of other teams defeated at home by Arsenal, that's for sure.
Everton utilising this long throw. Bent at the near post, Kilban heads it on, right across the area. What a wonderful start for Everton! Another one of the Everton youngsters, not Wayne Rooney, but Leon Osman, gives the Blues the lead.
What a fantastic start for Everton, Rob. Just what they needed in front of the Goodison faithful. Thomas Gravison with the long throw, the flick on. Poor marking from West Brom's point of view. Kilban's header against his old side. Flicks it on. Leon Osman, probably the smallest player on the pitch. Gets away from Robertson, heads it back across Holt. And Garzo getting back on the line. Can't get anything on it. And what a fantastic start for Everton.
Well, somebody has to take on the goal-scoring mantle at Goodison Park, and why not somebody who's come through the Goodison Academy? Leon Osman scored 2 minutes into his debut against Wolves last season. He scored after 3 minutes at Goodison this afternoon. There seems today to be a steely determination about David Moyes' side.
I think you're right, Rob. I think they've got the bit between the teeth. The goal will let them settle down, get the crowd behind them, and everybody for 90 minutes or so can try and forget about the Wayne Rooney saga and let the football do the talking.
Well, officially just under 2 minutes the goal was scored. What a whirlwind start for Everton. Both of their games this season have been high-scoring. 3-1 win against Palace, a 4-1 defeat, though we don't mention that too loudly around here. Joseph Yobo loses out. Carnu looking for Jonathan Greening. Yobo, probably the quickest player in the Everton team, closes him down very quickly, but concedes the corner.
Yeah, Yobo did recover quickly there. He needed to as well. Carnu, I saw against Blackburn a couple of weeks ago, played very well on his debut for West Brom. I wonder if he can do the same today.
Everton score from a set piece, but they defend the set piece well and ward West Brom away. Stoney. Missing out for Everton. Gardso. Tall Dane. Greening. Robinson. It's not a bad shot. I think he was looking for a ricochet in there. It's a good reaction for West Brom going behind early on. Here is Greening. But keeping him at arm's length. That's great play by Greening. Loses his mark and a fanciful little flick, but Yobo does exceptionally well. There's no room for error there.
No room for error at all. Could put it in his own net, but great play by Greening down the left-hand side. Good interchange with Robinson. Got the cross in, and there was Johnson, the other midfield player, trying to get it in the box to score, but Yobo put it out for another corner.
Quite a pace to the start of this game.
Yes, Rob, a lot at stake as well, so early in the season, isn't it? But West Bromwich Albion, when, as I said, I watched them a couple of weekends ago up at Blackburn, and they played extremely well. They've got the bit between the teeth. Here was the goal, the flick on from Kilban. And young Osman coming round the back with a delightful header, but poor marking from West Bromwich Albion's point of view.
A goal that was no doubt devised yesterday by Moyes and co on the training ground. Pistone. Kevin Kilban. Tries for handball, ignored. Skimmaker. Rather flamboyant fall, but Scott Dobie will take the corner. Happy to get some change out of Joseph Yobo, who's really developed as a player, the Nigerian international. Greening delivers on! West Brom equalise within minutes.
Just what they needed, West Bromwich Albion. That's how you reply.
Dobie jumping in at the far post and earning his recall to the team this afternoon.
Good ball in from Greening. Dobie gets the run up above Pistone and in the back of the net. What a reply from West Bromwich Albion. They're built of sterner stuff in this Premiership campaign, and that's for sure. Kilban can't get there, Pistone can't get there, but Dobie does.
Gary Megson will be very happy with the way his team reacted, but hoping that it doesn't stick at this, because he couldn't face another 1-1 draw.
I think you would take the 1-1 draw, Rob, to be fair, away from home again, take a point, try and win your home games, and keep your unbeaten record going and gaining confidence. And you can see there is a confidence about West Brom at the moment.
There's Johnson. They're trying to bring a footballing style that's earned them promotion in second place last season to the Premiership. Well, they do know there'll have to be a bit of fine-tuning and maybe be a little mentally stronger. Osman. Marcus Bent. Gardso gets himself in trouble with only a goal kick.
I think you look at the West Brom team, though, Rob, and you say that the signings they've made in the summer, the likes of Greening and Kanu, it's brought a different emphasis on the way they play, because I think they've learnt from their last time in the Premiership when maybe the high work rate wasn't enough on its own, and you need some quality in your team as well.
7 players came in at a cost of £6 million. There's talk today of a deal being completed with Cardiff City for the Welsh goal-getter Robbie Earnshaw, around £3 million. Formalities will be completed in the next 24 hours. Stubbs. Bent tangling with Gardso. Campbell making life uncomfortable. Everton squeeze a corner out of Darren Pearce. Elected captain for West Brom today.
Yeah, Neil Clement was captain the last 3 games. I saw him before the game. A bit disappointed, but Darren Pearce, captain for the day.
Gravison. Oh, Holt, we almost had another goal from a set piece. It was Yobo this time who got his head to the ball.
Well, another good set play, wasn't it? But Yobo got a free header there, Rob. And Gary Megson, I know Gary, I was talking to him before the game, won't be happy with the marking here. Good ball in. Yobo gets the run on guard, so and gets the header in. And it's luckily straight at Russell Holt, who gets his body in the way and knocks it clear. Anywhere else, that would have been in the back of the net.
Almost every set piece in this game has led to a goal chance. Here's Kanu, one who'd like to slow the pace down and showboat a little. It's a loose ball. Robinson going in with Hibbert. Oh, full commitment, almost cuts Leon Osman in half. Thankfully he's back, bouncing back up on his feet. Thomas Gravison. Caught by Clement. Goodison Park today, no place for the faint-hearted.
That's why we're here, Rob.
A very safe distance away from the danger zone down there. And Osman trying to win his Everton colours. He was loaned out to Carlisle and to Derby County last year. It seemed to be surplus, but has convinced the manager that he's got a place in, almost setting up a chance there for Marcus Bent. Now Kanu, caught by Hibbert. An uncomfortable, rather than nasty challenge.
Yeah, he's a very awkward customer, isn't he, Kanu? He's a big, lanky player. He's got bags of ability, great touch, and very difficult to play against when he's in the mood.
John Greening. Robinson. So West Brom trying to play with two wingers today, sticking two out on the touchlines, attempting to stretch Everton. Winners today will end up in the top half of the table, both hoping to avoid finishing in the bottom three at the end of the season. I would imagine, Nigel, that is a realistic aim.
I think that's the biggest thing for both clubs, or for any club, is to stay in the Premiership, isn't it? For West Brom, you know, don't want to become a yo-yo club. They want a bit of stability and build on what they've done last season.
Gravison. Osman being the pick of the Everton team so far. Hibbert, another one of the Everton academy youngsters. Gravison. Alessandro Pistoni. Kilban. Didn't like the look of that tackle from Skimmaker. Here is Kilban. Marcus Bent. Pistoni. Kilban to Hibbert. Osman. Bearing down was Clement. He's played a number of positions that given freedom in midfield this season by Gary Megson, and it's a little experiment that's working for Albion.
Yeah, I was at Chelsea when he was a youngster. Neil Clement coming through with Jody Morris. Always had a talented left foot. Started off as a centre-back as well, and then in a back three when Ben Hoddle was there. But he's done well since he's gone to West Bromwich Albion, and now an attacking midfield player. Getting forward, he's got a fantastic shot on him, and has scored a couple of times already this season.
The top scorer with 2 in 3 matches, Kanu. Here is Gravison. Campbell, now he's onside because there's an injured player, and he can bear down on goal. He gets past one, he gets past two, and it's won back almost by accident by Darren Purse. And maybe the spirit and look of the game evened itself out then. Campbell definitely benefited because Thomas Gardso, the man who may have been marking him, was down writhing in agony from an ankle knock.
Yeah, right down in front of us as well, Rob, here we saw that. He's gone down injured, but the referee allowed play to go on. Campbell not quite with the pace to get away from Purse there. Purse did well, so did Ricky Skimmaker coming across, and in the end Johnson comes across and clears up. But I don't think Gary Megson would have been too pleased if Everton had gone through with Kevin Campbell and scored there.
Maybe the referee is the most relieved man that he wouldn't have to award a controversial goal. Kevin Campbell, I think it's fair to say, he's a veteran now at the age of 34, 6 or 7 years ago. He had the pace to beat the defender. We're getting no change out of Purse.
Very good, Rob. No change out of purse. But Campbell's been a good pro here. He's been here for a long time now at Everton. He's led that line. He's had a few injury problems as well. Didn't really get much of a showing at Arsenal when he was there, but he's gone on to bigger and greater things here at Everton. And good to see that he's injury-free this season so far.
It was an awkward twist of the ankle for Garnso. Fell very heavily, and his ankle's already strapped up. As the men and ladies in the yellow coats have been called for with their stretcher, I do fear that a change is going to have to be made very early in the game by West Brom. Quarter of the game gone. Gary Megson has to change things around.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for Garnso, does it? He's been put on the stretcher. When you go over on your ankle, you can sometimes affect your knee or your calf as well, and it might be that he's actually injured his knee there, Rob. So I don't know if he'll be coming back on. It would be a major blow to West Brom, because defensively he's been excellent since his move from Ipswich.
Change is imminent. Martin Albrechtsen, record signing from Copenhagen in the summer, as the referee's attention can't be caught, will come on. It's a mighty throw again. Campbell's flick. Johnson half away. Stubbs. There are men down in there. They're bumping each other out of the way. The West Brom defenders now. Kilban's a string of players at the far post for Everton. One of those is Benson, leaves it to Osman. He's certainly very dangerous in the air for such a wee guy.
He does well to get into the box here, inside the 6-yard box with the header. Gets up above Bent, but can't on this occasion. Directed header into that far corner. You can see what he was trying to do. It's coming from Kilban. He's got up well, tried to head it back across Russell Holt into the far corner, but unfortunately it just went wide for a goal kick on this occasion.
So the change confirmed. Martin Albrechtsen coming on, replacing the unfortunate Garnso. Oh, is there a use of the hand in there? It's certainly on the blind side of the referee.
But it wasn't on the blind side of the assistant, and if it was handball, the assistant should have given it. But Albrechtsen comes on, he misses his first header. But luckily for him, Pearce is in there challenging with Campbell and cleared the danger.
Gravison curls it away from the keeper, Bent. Taken off his head by Pearce. Every single West Brom player in there. This is Pistone to Kilban. Everton players split, anticipating Kilban beating the defender, who doesn't even get the corner. Yobo lets it go with the use of his strength.
Well, he's done very well in the first half for Everton defensively. Yobo has shown good pace, good strength there, and they needed his pace on about 3 occasions when balls have been knocked over the top, and if it wasn't for him covering across, Dobie would have been in our goal. So he's had a good first half as well, Rob.
Pistone. Campbell. Now Gravison. Plays his way through the defender. Not so much skill, it was just grit and determination. He's had a great start to the season, Thomas Gravison. 2 goals against Crystal Palace.
Fine tackle from Darren Pearce there, though. Didn't give up on it. Got back goal side and got the tackle in.
Every West Brom player crammed inside the area. Campbell tries to catch the goalkeeper's eye. It's flicked over him, and comes Pistone. It's Kilban that played the ball, and coming back onto the pitch is Gravison, and delivering a second time, and Campbell with the faintest of touches.
Yeah, it's a fine ball knocked back in from Gravison once it comes back to him. Floated in, and Kevin Campbell really should have done better on this header. He mistimed it, and it's come off the side of his head rather than powering it into the back of the net or towards the goal.
Yobo. Pistoni. That would have hurt not only his face but his pride as well. Here's Osman. Waiting for the run. Didn't get one from anybody, and Clement intercepts, and Adobe was offside. Kilbane. Good movement this from the Irish international winger. Johnson.
That's what I'm on about there, Rob. You know, they win the ball back, Skimica does well, gives it to Johnson, then Johnson goes for the long ball, hit it up there. There's less than 3 minutes in this half. You've got to keep possession, just keep the ball, getting it at half-time 1-1. You've done a fantastic job in the first half. Don't give the ball away so cheaply.
Kilbane to Pistoni. Now Gravison. A great game he's had. Well, up to that point, gave him the kiss of death, but at least he's showing a little bit of ingenuity, touch of craft.
Yeah, and a lot of work as well. He's got good feet. He's scored a couple of goals already this season, and he's the driving force from the midfield where Kazi sits in. He really tries to get forward and supports the front men and get crosses into the box as well, as he did there, but not his best cross of the day. But he's had an excellent first half as well.
2 minutes remain before stoppages. And Darren Pearce is down with a blow to the head. Remember, they've already lost Thomas Gardso, his central defensive partner, this afternoon.
Yeah, I don't think Gary Megson wants to lose another one of his centre-halves, because you have to shuffle the team around again and probably put Neil Clement back in as a centre-back, or Ricardo Skimica. So I think Gary just want to get to half-time now, about a minute and a half of time to go. But it looks like Darren Pearce is OK, thankfully for West Bromwich Albion.
The indication is there'll be 2 minutes of time added on by the officials for stoppages. Carsley to Campbell, to Gravison. Regains his balance, gives it to Hibbert. Robinson. Maybe the one thing that is lacking this afternoon is a touch of class. Greening. Hibbert. Yobo. Bent.
I don't think you can fault the players for their effort, their work ethic, and at times have played some good football, but it's just that really in positions where they're not under any pressure, Rob, they've just given the ball away in cheap areas.
Gravison's throw. Bent making a nuisance of himself. Osman. West Brom plugging the gaps defensively after that early Leon Osman goal.
The referee's indicated that there will be a minimum 2 minutes time added on to be played in this.
Carno enters the area as we enter stoppage time. Clement. Oh, he fancied a shot then, but he was somewhere else when the ball came to his feet. Here's Marcus Bent.
Well, it's end-to-end stuff, Rob, but Carnu's pass to Clement. Neil Clement wanted to take a touch on it and hit it, and his first touch let him down poorly, and down the other end there, Marcus Bent, good run, gets on the ball, but really should just hold the ball up and let others join him. The likes of Gravison is telling him now, hold it up, let me support you. He's never going to score past the goalkeeper Russell Holt's quality from there.
Nigel Martin in a hurry to get things going. Be a massive psychological edge if you could score just before half-time. Campbell falls to Osman. Oh, hardly any backlift, and he's had virtually every Everton chance in the first half, one of which is taken.
Yeah, it's good to see a young local hero here. He's done extremely well, scored a good headed goal in the second minute. He's had 2 or 3 other good opportunities. He just shows a willingness to get into the box on the end of things, take that chance to get in there, and that's what the local support want. The local players doing well for their own club.
boy from Billinge, which is just on the outskirts of Liverpool. Here is Alan Stubbs. Campbell. Stubbs skies the ball, skies over Goodison Park, a rather strange shade of grey. I think it was a bright start when Osman scored, but Scott Dobie on his return to the West Brom team soon cancelling things out, and since then it's been a rather drab affair, to be quite honest. At half-time it's Everton 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. All very much even in the first 45 minutes. Cut and thrust, if not the most entertaining game you're going to see on a Saturday afternoon. One of those days where Will win it. And Everton are maybe lacking is that touch of class, but you know who's not here, so they're just going to have to get on with things. West Brom do have Kanu, who was a rather silent figure in the first half, the one player who does have that creation and imagination, Nigel.
They showed glimpses of it in the first half, but not enough for Gary Megson, I wouldn't have thought, so they'd be looking for more from him in this second half.
David Moyes and Gary Megson, two fiery red-headed managers on the touchline. Kanu, ball had gone out of play, and Greening will argue the fact. It's a rather subdued stadium. One of those games where the manager in his office will circle it as a must-win game, both at West Bromwich and at Everton. Teams they'll both have to pick off and get maximum points against if they're going to survive in the big league. Stubbs to Yobo, to Martin. They get themselves out of a tricky situation very well. Pistone. Marcus Bent had a mixed first half. Pistone. Zoltan Gera scored 2 goals against Scotland, and the West Brom fans do like what they've seen from the Hungarian. Gravesen the Dane. Hibbert. Now Gravesen. Good feet. Hibbert. The line-up anticipating the cross from Hibbert, but he can't get it in there. The drop of the shoulder, and he's got a corner as well.
Yeah, good play from Hibbert. He didn't have the best of first halves, but showing good endeavour down that right-hand side. Take the responsibility on trying to get the cross in, but it deflected for a corner.
The heavyweights saunter forwards for Everton. Stubbs at the far post. Kilbanu got a touch. Comes in as well. There is Joseph Yobo. Now Osman. Clement. That's a great challenge by Leon Osman. Took him some time to convince David Moyes that he had a future at Goodison Park, but the rave reviews kept coming back from his lone spell at Derby County. And now he's leading the Everton midfield with a lovely ball in, looking for Bent. Well, he took on 2 players, but maybe just pulled out at the vital moment. Clement. Will be put out of play because Marcus Bent is suffering with a head injury at the far end of the field.
Yeah, but it was good play from Osman, wasn't it? Lovely ball in. Marcus Bent really should have done better with that as well. Although he's under pressure from Robinson, who's covering round on him, really should have done better and tested the keeper. You don't get too many of these chances in the Premiership. You've got to start sticking them in the back of the net.
Well, for Ipswich last year, he scored 10 goals in 35 matches. Not a bad return. but in the Premiership, the chance is a little thinner on the ground, and you have to be a bit sharper. It's as though Gary Megson is preparing to make an early second-half substitution. Ben Haas, the Swiss international, has been given instructions by the backroom boys. Yobo. Campbell. Gravison shirks Clement off, gives it to Pistone. Kilban. Pistone. Lee Carsley. Gravison. Carsley. Handball. Touch unfortunate for Carsley. Now Greening. Yobo comes away for his central defensive position, and for his interpretation, let's be diplomatic, was that he was a fraction late.
Yeah, but it's good play from Robinson and from Greening. Interchanged well. Greening got the run on Pivot there, and Yobo had to come across, but made the foul, and this is like a short corner, this, Rob.
Greening tees it up. Yobo gets ahead to the ball. He's not quite sure in which direction it was going. Kilban. Gravison. Kilban. Yobo. There's talk of Newcastle being interested in Joseph Yobo when they sold Jonathan Woodgate, but we now know the identity of the Everton player they were inquiring about. It wasn't the centre-back, it was the young centre-forward. Gravison. Now Bent. Turned his defender well. Good movement. Osman supporting this Hibbert's cross. There is Osman, but great header away by Skimmaker. Oh, and Holt reacted very, very late to the shot from Thomas Gravison.
Yeah, but good play all round from Everton. Good ball in from Hibbert. Great header away by Ricardo Skimmaker. And Gravison on that left foot, fantastic strike, and that all started when Marcus Bent came off the defender and started things underway and looked much more lively.
Pearce to Clement. Robinson. Johnson. Now Guerra. He lost his concentration, Guerra. The signs are that he may be the man replaced by Bernd Haas when Gary Megson decides that change should be made. Alessandro Pistone to Gravison. Albrechtsen having a tidy debut. Pearce. Yobo. Campbell making it hot for the defender and ends up hurting himself. He tried to use his experience to shield the ball away from Darren Pearce, who was coming over the top of him, and I think he ended up getting his hand stood upon and twisting his knee.
I think it's a high ball and they're both holding each other there. Pearce heads it and lands on top of Kevin Campbell. I think he's obviously gone, his knee's gone into the turf and it's caused him a problem, but the referee didn't see that as a foul. And sportingly, West Bromwich Albion put the ball out.
Time for change for West Brom.
The West Brom substitution, number 22, Bernd Haas replacing number 11, Sultan Giro.
So it's the Swiss international replacing the Hungarian representative in the cosmopolitan West Bromwich Albion team.
Yeah, Bernhouse started off at Sunderland, didn't he? And West Brom picked him up. I saw him playing against England over in Portugal, where he got sent off against England for 2 yellow cards, Rob. Let's hope it doesn't happen to him today.
Good knowledge. Also played against Liverpool, the other Merseyside team, in the Champions League for Basel. Top button undone, feeling a little hot under the collar, the chairman, Mr. Ken Wright. A lot of big decisions to be made in that boardroom. How do you spend £25 million when it comes in? Oh, Stubbs gets himself in trouble. Kanu not quite quick enough to react, and getting Everton out of a sticky situation, Lee Carsley. Kanu.
Definite handball there, Rob, and this is a dangerous situation now for Everton to defend against. Only one hand.
Everton under pressure. West Brom's goal came from a similar set piece. Stubbs does just enough to balance Dobie. He got his head to the ball. Here's Johnson. Defence splitting pass. And Hibbert will enjoy a challenge like that. Man and ball took it all.
Great challenge, but welcome to the Premier League, Mr. Ulrichsen. 2 fantastic tackles, one by Hibbert there, as we saw, and then just before that from Gravison.
Just the sometimes frustrating side of Kanu that we're seeing today. He's in sauntering mode. Clement. Stoney fighting with Haas, the substitute. Again, maybe not the most polished skills, but a real competitor.
But it has been a very competitive game all round, hasn't it, since the first minute, really, and then the second minute with the goal. There's been lots of tackles flying in, plenty of endeavour, but at times a lack of real quality.
All the defenders clash heads. The goalkeeper doesn't know where to come or stay. Osman tries to get under his feet and holds right at the extreme of his area. Well, it's a swap of the 30-somethings. Kevin Campbell playing through the pain barrier today at the age of 34. He is replaced by a man at 2 years his junior. Ever popular Duncan Ferguson. Cast your mind back a few years and he was the prize asset that was sold off to Newcastle United for King's ransom. He came back.
He came back, yes. Will another striker be doing the same sort of thing? I doubt it.
There is Ferguson to Kilban. Begins to fly until he was grounded by Skimmaker. And the referee's patience has worn thin. Mr. Walter books his first player of the afternoon. I'm sure he's put 2 rather than try and spell Skimmaker.
Yeah, good play from Kilban though. Got the run away from Haas, away from Skimmaker. Skimmaker just body checks him, takes him out. Correct decision from the referee. A yellow card would suffice.
Didn't really have any defence, no argument. Just to get back into the heart of things as Yobo and Stubbs are sent into attacking duty, and of course the added dimension of Duncan Ferguson in there as well. Clement flips it away. Osman whacked away by Ulrichsen.
I think now when high balls are coming into the box like that, Rob, that Russell Holt has got to be on his toes. He's got to come and try and claim those crosses into the box if he can, because if Duncan Ferguson gets away from his man, he's going to cause all sorts of trouble.
There is Ferguson giving it to Osman. What a fantastic challenge that was from Robinson. Kilban. Pistone to Gravison. Ferguson like a totem pole in there, something for them to aim for. Gravison will have a second stab at things. Now Carsley being asked to put the ball out of play as West Brom have a play down, the man Robinson.
Yeah, well, the natives are getting a bit restless here. Too many stops in play when they're having a good pressure on West Brom, and Robinson looks like he's taken a knock on the ankle as well. But I think as Darren Moore might be warming up.
Well, Robinson doesn't know it yet, but when he is back on his feet, he's going to be asked to tiptoe over to the far touchline, because he's going to be replaced by Darren Moore. I would imagine that Moore is going to come on to take care of Ferguson. Kind of a game of footballing chess, moving their pieces around, that is Megson and Moyes.
Well, I think Gary might go to a back three if he takes Robertson off. Play Clement as a wing-back and Haas as a wing-back. Pearce, Orickson and Moore as centre-backs. Big Dave. Darren Moore.
Substitution number 5, Darren Moore, replacing number 3, Paul Robinson.
Jamaican international, born in Birmingham. They can match Duncan Ferguson pound for pound. Certainly will not be put off by the other heavyweight down there in the ring, and he signals with 3 fingers they're going to go to a 3 centre-back system, as predicted by our expert summariser Nigel Spackman, earning his corn.
Thanks for that, Rob.
What's the score going to be if he's such an expert then?
2-1.
2-2? Here's Ferguson. As Russell Holt screams, and will leave the ball for him. You can write it down if you want. Here's Pistone. To Moore, his first touch. Almost closed the city borders with that. A bit of chat on the touchline between the 2 red-headed M-men. Moyes and Megson. It's a return for Gary Megson. He spent about 18 months at Everton between 80 and 81, a £250,000 signing. Bent. Skimmer apologises. He's the only player who's been yellow carded this afternoon. Pistone to Kilban. Pistone. Gravison. Hibbert screaming on the far side, but it's on the blind side for Gravison. He can see him now. Not a marker within sight. David Moyes screaming. Bent to get forwards. Gravison. Here's the man that's making Everton tick. The heart of the team. Little pirouette. Looking for Duncan Ferguson at the far post. That's a good ball in, but Moore intercepts. More encouraging from Everton.
Yeah, good play, but it's come from Gravison again, isn't it? He's the one who's determined to get forward. Puts a good quality ball into the box on his left foot for Duncan Ferguson, his first touch. But unfortunately, then it gets cleared out the box.
Touch concerning for West Brom. Skimmer.
Well, it's a definite foul there, Rob, wasn't it? Gravison's come in, tried to get there, he's late, and his studs have caught Ricky Skimmer all down his shin and down his ankle.
Of course, they've made the 3 changes, West Brom, haven't they?
They have made the 3 changes, so it's hopefully everybody stays on there, doesn't get another booking, Mr. Skimmer, and everybody stays fit. But they've changed their system as well, so they're getting pushed back a little bit by Everton at the moment, Rob.
They'll probably settle at this point for their 4th 1-1 draw of the season. There was a tug of Duncan Ferguson's shirt then as he tried to rise for the ball. Martin Albrechtsson, obviously not heard of the big man's rough reputation.
Well, Albrechtsson, there's not a lot of contact there, but the referee sees that as a free kick. Big Dunk's gone down, and this is a very dangerous position for West Brom to defend against.
Of course, now the likes of Thomas Gravison can get to the head of the free kick queue, as Ronaldo is no longer lining up to take these. going to be a case in this situation of do not pass go directly to goal. It's Carsley. Oh, it takes a slight deflection. Osman's trying to claim it, and they can settle the argument later. But Everton are back in the lead.
A little bit fortuitous as well. It wasn't a great free kick from Carsley, but young Leon Osman reacts very quickly to the ball coming into the box. Stoops to head it in front of Russell Holt. Russell Holt, no chance whatsoever.
Right place, right time, rightly touched. 2-1 Everton, and it's got to be Osman's goal. It was meant.
Oh, he meant it all right. He adjusted well, but I think Carsley's going for a goal here. Just scuffs it a little bit. Osman reacts well. The smallest man on the park. He's got 2 goals with his head. Can he get a third?
A hat-trick of headers is the intention for the wee man, and probably something that was devised by David Moyes, away from the lure of the cameras that have been lurking outside the training ground for the best part of the week since news of the Rooney saga unfolded. Holt to Greeny. That goal has certainly given the place a lift, and credit to Duncan Ferguson, who deserves an assist. He won the free kick that led to the goal.
Yeah, he did, and I think Gary Mexon would be pleased that there was a free kick given in the first place, because I don't think there was much of a challenge there, really. And then from the resulting free kick, the marking on Osman was very poor or non-existent at the best.
Dobie, who's hardly had a kick in the second half. He squared things up in the first. Can he show his colours again? And the referee's just indicated to the 4th official there'll be 2 minutes of bonus time for West Brom. Endurance time for Everton.
Yeah, they've just got to make sure they don't do anything stupid at the back now. Keep solid, get a midfield player or 2 in front of the back 4, and make sure they don't give West Brom any chances, because West Brom has really got to go for it. They're launching it up, and you need people to put their heads on things without giving free kicks away like this, Rob.
Well, Everton got a free kick in a similarly central position, a lot closer to goal. That brought their equaliser. This may amount to West Brom's final chance. Well, he can lash them in with that left foot, Neil Clement.
Yeah, he's got a great left foot, as you say. I saw him up at Blackburn get the goal to open their tally in the Premiership this year. It deflected off the wall into the far corner, but Neil Clement rightly claimed it.
He's taking his time. It's not the tallest wall in the Premier League. Johnny Wilkinson, star runner, powers it in and cracks the shin guards of Joseph Yobo. As Carnu was it handball, took a deflection, and Martin makes his first save of the afternoon, right on the 90-minute mark.
Yeah, good little lifted ball back in by Jonathan Greeny. Ricky Skimmiker's shot deflected, and Nigel Martin happily gathers that.
Into the 2 minutes of additional time. Osman to Bent. Oh, so frustrating. I'm sure as a former manager, Nigel, you'd wanted to go to the corner flag and play for time in that situation.
But that's all he needed to do, wasn't it? Just keep hold of the ball, keep possession, take it into the corner, wait for a bit of support, or get a throw in for his team, and you're killing time and you're killing the game.
Ferguson, powers his way through, and really striking fear into the hearts of the West Brom players. And he's come on and he's made a difference. He was number 2, of course, in the Everton popularity parade at the start of the week. He's now number 1 again.
Well, he's done well since he's come on, Big Dunk. He's put himself around. He's dangerous in the air, isn't he? But he leads that line well, and he's got the experience to tell other players what to do, like getting corners and free kicks.
few of the Everton away shirts seen down there. They actually sold 7,500 Everton away shirts when it was launched in the first 5 days. I wonder how many of those had Rooney on the back of the shirt. I wonder how many of them have been returned to the Everton shop at the ground and freshly opened in the city centre.
I think he's given offside.
He was.
Thomas Gravison. He's never been that far forward, you see. He didn't know he was offside on him.
That's whistles from the boys and girls in blue. Bastoni. And no panicking Nigel Martin. Win bonus just about in the pockets for Everton. Next up, of course, Manchester United. Points in the bag. A hero. One of the local lads who's come through the system, Leon Osman. 2 goals. He made a difference. He had a fantastic afternoon. A team playing maybe not with a great deal of panache, but certainly pride for that blue shirt. Playing for the badge. And in one of the more difficult weeks of David Moyes' managerial career, things end well. There's still a bit of business to be done over the next 3 days. Tough on West Brom. They've ended their run of 3 successive draws, but the points probably did go to the team that did deserve them overall this afternoon. Points in the bag. There may be a few £1 million in the bank for Phil Kenwright and the board members when the negotiations are opened with one of the Uniteds over the next few days. But on the field, Everton have the 3 points. They've doubled their tally for the season. The final score is Everton 2, West Bromwich Albion 1. Well, David, at the end of what's been a difficult week, it was a great reaction from your players and the fans, wasn't it?
It was a terrific performance by them, and you know, winning games in the Premier League, no matter who you play, is difficult, and the players done well today. Apart from maybe 10 minutes after our first goal, I think we were very good.
It was a bit of the old Everton, wasn't it? It was based on pride and spirit and passion and going right to the end.
Well, I hope that's been there all the time. Never mind the old Everton, I think that's been there throughout, and today the players showed that. But as well as that, we played some good football at times. We made 1 or 2 opportunities. And in the end, I thought got the correct result.
The young lad that scored the 2 goals has taken a while to establish himself at the club, but he's getting a good run now.
He is, and he's a terrific little player. You know, he's a smashing player. We've always said that. He went out on loan last year at Derby, done very well, and we've known within the camp here that he's a good player. He's getting an opportunity in the team now, and he's taking it very well.
I'm going to ask you about the Wayne Rooney situation. We hear there's been a further bid from Manchester United. What do you know?
I don't know anything about it. I've just come off the field and you've told me, so I couldn't tell you any further.
Another good day for Everton, 2-1 winners over West Brom.